Happy Saturday, you guys. I've been trying to give this message all morning, but my phone been acting funny, and then my frequency clock been going off like crazy. But if you play your cards right, everything will be all right. You remember that song? If you play your cards right, yeah, baby, everything will be all right with me. So I feel like somebody is stuck in something, and I feel like that, it's almost like playing solitary, and you stuck, and you got to come up with a strategic way of beating that solitary, right? You're stuck right now thinking of a strategic plan to make it right, but you got to play your cards right, right? Let's get this message in for the collective energy. You got to play your cards right, and if you play it right, everything will be all right. But if you mess up, you're going to have to start all over again, okay? Spirit, come through for this person who need to play them cards right. I'm just a messenger. You know who you are as well as I do. Ruminate. Is it worth the risk? Is it worth you playing your cards right? You gotta ask yourself that. Why you thinking right now? Why are you trying to come up with a strategic way? Is it right? Am I playing my cards right? You gotta think that way. Okay? Do I really need to finish this game off, or do I need to end it right now? I'm just a messenger. 500. Okay? New beginnings. Do you need to change this, or is it worth it? Is it worth it? Let me work it. Okay? Is it worth it? Your angels acknowledge that you are losing your patience with a situation that isn't changing. See, you stuck. You in a strategic way of trying to figure out how you're going to get out. But you got to play your cards right, okay? They are guarding you against rash decision made on a whim, okay? You don't have to make a choice today. Give yourself time to ponder what you should do next. Reflect and perhaps journal on the feeling of dissatisfaction that you have. What do they mean at the surface level? And how do they play into the patterns of your past? You got to think about this. If you play your cards right, baby, do you need to play them? Finish off the play? Or do you need to fold? I'm just a messenger. What is it, Spirit? What else is going on with this collective energy? You know who you are, baby. This is what is happening. The Priestess, if you play your cards right, because this way you at right now, you thinking, and you want the Spirit to guide you with clarity of how to move in your next move, okay? You got to play that card right. I'm telling you, if you don't play it right, it's gonna backfire, but you got to play it right. Spirit, come through for the collective energy. There's somebody who got to play some cards right, baby. Little unbothered is here. If you play your cards right, you'll be fine. But whoever this is, you ain't playing your cards right at this time. You stuck. And you want to be unbothered by the next move. But the Spirit keep on bothering you about the next move. Okay? What else, Spirit? Opposition. I told you, if you don't play your cards right, baby, you're going to be on the outside looking in on something that you can't put nothing towards to move on with. I'm just a messenger. Play your cards right here. That number 8 is very significant here. Play your cards right here. What else, Spirit? Courthouse justice. You gonna get it. However you do it. You stuck right now. So if you fold, you gonna see the results. If you move on and play them cards, you might play them right. But if you fold, you might play them right too. So it's all up to you and your situation. How you going to play your next move. How you going to play that next card. Bondage. Okay? So if you play the cards, you might be in bondage. If you don't, you might be in bondage. Say it's up to you. However you feeling about the situation, honey. Okay? Twin flame, it got something to do with your committed relationship. Okay, this could be something about a divorce or something like that. You could want a divorce, but you don't want a divorce. You could be stuck with wanting one and don't want one. Or you want to break up and you don't want to break up. You could be confused about what you want to do. But you better make the right move, baby, because I'm telling you here, entity attached, look at that. Because whoever you is, you attached to something that ain't good for you, honey. So you might have to fold on them. Know when to fold them, okay? You're going to have to know when to fold instead of keep playing your cards, okay? Because you could have been playing your cards and playing the game and playing alone, and it ain't getting you nowhere. So maybe you need to fold to see where the folding will get you. I'm just a messenger. The folding is traveling, moving on. Poverty is here, okay? You could be thinking about if I move on, I ain't gonna have nothing, I ain't gonna do. But hey, ain't nothing wrong with starting over and being a boss that you are. Ain't nothing with starting over and being that person you want to be. But right now, as you playing them cards, you had to stop playing the cards to think, right? So that means that you've been playing cards that ain't leading you to nowhere but to think how to fold, right? Conflict. I'm trying to tell you here, somebody getting a lot of conflict in a relationship. And you need to know when to fold it. And stop playing. And stop going along with the game. Jezebel is here. Okay? It's time out for that. You know, you could be looking cute for your person, doing this for your person. Ain't nothing changing. Ain't nothing happening. You going out your way. You trying to just show your feminine energy towards this so much. But ain't nothing happening. But you thinking, do you need to keep going or fold? Divine feminine energy here. You know what I'm saying? You need this energy to fold or to keep playing. Okay? You got to play your cards right, baby. Actual money. Because if you play your cards right, you will be that divine feminine energy, not attached to nothing that's holding you back, got you confused in your mind, being able to move on with your life and then actually having the things that you want to have. That energy is attached to you, stopping you from having everything you need, sweetie pie. Divination. That's what you need. You need to get with your spirit guides, your angels, and your ancestors. Call on the universe and everything for clarity on your next move, honey. Okay? 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 You need to call on them for your next move in your relationship. Okay? Always take what resonates for you and leave the rest, because you achieve a lot if you do this. Don't just keep playing the cards when they're not leading you to the ending of your game or the achievements of your game. Sometimes you gotta fold. In poker, you might have a hand, but somebody might have a better hand. You know, if you only got two pair, and you know it's been multiple cards on that table, you got that king of this and you got that king of this and the king of that. You know, somebody else could have another king. They can have a three of a kind, and they can win over you. So you gotta know when to fold them or know when to hold them. Okay? You gotta know when to hold them cards that you've been playing and fold when it's time to fold. Because if you keep playing them cards, you're going to keep getting stuck in your mind, honey. Love offer is here. See, you want that real love in your life, but you ain't getting it. But you got a gift. And your gift is your thinking process. Your gift is your intuition. Your gift is knowing that you got a spirit team that can give you clarity on your next move, boo, okay? Always take what resonates for you and leave the rest. That love offer keep coming out here. Hello. Because there's somebody there waiting on you if you fold. But if you hold them cards and play your next hand, you're going to keep on stopping and seeing if you're going to play the next hand. Or do I need to fold? Or do I need to play the next hand? Let me play the next hand. But if you fold, you're going to know what hand to play next when you start your new game. Soulmate. Because you're going to have it. When you play that new game, you're going to have that new love, that new soulmate, that new thing, whatever the case is. If it's a marriage, you know when to fold. Get that divorce. Move on with your life, because it don't end with that. Okay? I'm just a messenger. Take what resonates for you and leave the rest. I hope this gets to whoever it needs to get to right on time. Happy Saturday. Have a good day.